Okay, so for today's video, I'm going to go ahead and show you guys how to check and see if your computer can run the Photoshop apps, and then how to get those installed. All right. Particularly for this class, we are going to need Adobe Photoshop, but you guys do have full access to the entire Adobe suite with your school account for as long as you're a student at Lincoln High School. So the first thing you need to check is on the computer that you're using, what specs does it have? So how much RAM does it have? How much hard drive space does it have? Do you have the ability to do installs, right? So if you're not allowed to do installs on your computer, then you probably can't install Adobe Photoshop, right? So Adobe Photoshop does have some specific requirements, so your computer has to be at least up to certain standards in order for it to run. So those are posted on Adobe's website. So if we click and open them here, it'll show us what we got. So if you are running a Windows computer, you need to have at least an Intel or AMD processor that supports 64 bits and is 2 gigahertz or faster. All right. You need to have Windows 10 installed, preferably. You need to have at least 2 gigabytes of RAM, although 8 gigabytes is recommended, and better video card is recommended. I don't think it's required. Hard drive space, you got to have at least 3 gigabytes of spare hard drive space. All right, and it needs to be OpenGL 2.0 compatible, and you need to have internet access in order to download it. All right. Mac. On the Mac, you need to have a multi-core Intel processor with 64-bit support, and you need to have Mac OS version 10.13 or higher. All right. So I actually found out on my wife's laptop yesterday that she can't install Photoshop because her computer's not new enough. Has an old version of Mac OS and can't upgrade it any further. So again, make sure that you got a Mac that can run that has at least 10.13 High Sierra or newer. Has at least 2 gigabytes of RAM. Again, 8 gigabytes is recommended, and 4 gigabytes of hard drive space. All right, and if you notice, that's it, right? So that's a Mac, and that's a Windows computer. So if you have a Chromebook, you can't run Photoshop. There is one other version of Photoshop that we can run, and that is if you have an iPad, there is Photoshop that you can get for the iPad. It doesn't have the requirements here as far as the iPad. I think pretty much any iPad will run the Photoshop app, so if you have an iPad, that's another option. If you don't have a Windows or a Mac and you just have a Chromebook, or your Windows or your Mac is not new enough to run Photoshop, we do have other options for you, which we'll get to here later in the presentation. All right, so again, it's important to see how much RAM you have, how much hard drive space you have, and how new your operating system is. Okay. So if you're on a Windows 10 PC, we'll take a short watch here. This video will show you how to go and check your specs on Windows 10.
Okay, in this video I want to show you how to check the specs of your Windows computer so that you can run the Adobe software. So you're going to go to the home button or start button on the lower left. You're going to go to the gear, and from the Windows settings you're going to choose System. At the very bottom of the system settings you'll see About. This will give you information on the amount of RAM you have, which is important, 16 gigs of RAM, and the processor size. Those are both really important things to know about your specific computer. The other thing that's important to know is how much storage you have. So if you click on storage, you can see here that I have a 238 gigabyte hard drive and I only have 88 gigabytes free. I want to try to avoid getting that down less than 10 gigabytes of space. And that will pretty much do it. You can also check your display and what kind of video card you have, but for the most part, those will give you what you need to get started with Adobe.
All right, so that's how you check your settings on Windows 10. If you're on a Mac OS, we'll watch this little video here and I'll show you how to check your settings on your Mac computer.
Okay, I want to show you how to check the specs on your OS 10 or your Mac computer, you're going to go into the upper left-hand corner and find the Apple icon. You're going to check that Apple icon and choose About This Mac. And then in the middle, it's going to tell you a little bit about an overview. The processor, this has a 2.3 18-core Xenon processor. It has 128 gigs of RAM, and my graphics card is the Radeon Pro Vega with 16 gigs of RAM. Now, this is a pretty spec'd out computer from 2017, but you just want to check yours. You also are going to want to check your storage. So in this case, I have 2 drives for storage on this computer. The main hard drive built into the computer is 1 terabyte, and I've got about 440 gigabytes available. And then I have connected to it a 12 terabyte disk for storing large video files. And that's it.
All right, so those are your specs on a Mac. I don't know if you mentioned there, but when you're looking at the processor and the RAM, it also tells you which version of Mac OS you are running, so you can check and make sure that it is new enough to run the software. You can also check your specs on a Chromebook, but we're going to skip that because we already know that if you have a Chromebook, it is not going to run Photoshop, so it's not as important to check those specs. Alright, so if you have a Mac or a Windows PC and you've determined that you are able to run the Adobe software, we're going to watch this short video here on how to get to Adobe, how to log in, and how to download the software. So it's really important that you watch because it is kind of tricky if you log in wrong. So if you just click login with Google, it might take you into a trial account, which you don't want to do. So you want to make sure that you follow these instructions exactly so that you get into your actual school account and get the license that's good for as long as you're a student at Lincoln High School.
Okay, in this video I want to show you how to log into your Adobe Creative Cloud account online. So I'm in my Chrome browser, and I'm going to go to adobe.com, go to the upper right, choose sign in, put in my school email and password, and I'm going to choose company or school account. Sometimes this will take you to a redirect that'll have you put in your Google account a second time. Because I've done it so many times, it's recognized that it's connected to my school Google account. So you might have to put it in a second time. From here, you're going to notice in the upper left you have the Creative Cloud, the Home, and then the Apps tab. The Apps tab is where you're going to click and install any of the Adobe apps that you want on your home computer. Now you have the ability to install these in numerous computers, but you can only actively be using them on up to 2 computers. So keep that in mind when you use it. It might lock you out if you're signed into too many different computers. Once you've signed in and installed at least one app, you will have on your desktop an Adobe Creative Cloud app, and it kind of has this rainbow color and this cloud icon. That app will allow you to update and keep track of any of the installs that you have on your own computer without necessarily going to the web. The final thing about using the web, it's kind of interesting because you actually have some space here under your work to store some material. So generally you're going to have 100 gigabytes of space to store documents and videos and photos and things of that nature. So if you want to sign in and check that out, I think it's definitely worthwhile, and it'll be required to get the Adobe apps onto your home computer.
All right, so that's how you, again, log in and get the Adobe software. Again, be sure that you don't click on the login with Google link when it first pops up. You want to go ahead and type in your school email account, and then it'll pop up and ask you to log in with Google. If you click login with Google right away, sometimes that takes you into a trial account, so you want to be careful and not do that. All right, so if you have a Chromebook or a computer that is not able to run Photoshop, there is this great website called alternatives2.net. If you go to that website, you can go ahead and find alternatives to any software you're looking for. So in this case, we're looking for alternatives to Adobe Photoshop. So when we click on that, it gives us a whole list of other Photoshop software that is compatible or comparable with Photoshop. So in our case, right, you need something that'll work online, probably because if you're on a Chromebook, right, and you want something that's free. So you can go up here and select, I'm looking for something that'll work online and is free. So Photopea is a pretty good one that you can use online, and Pixlr is another good one. So those are the two that we recommend. It's also the two that are recommended here on the website. But there's a bunch more. You could try Sumo Paint. Some people like Sumo Paint. I don't know, if you keep going, I'm sure there's lots of apps online that you could check out. But the two that we found to be most like Photoshop is actually Photopea. I think we found to be even more like Photoshop in this case. And then Pixlr is also very similar to Photoshop. So they work pretty well online. If you go to their website, you can see you can log in. Somewhere here it should have a link to their website. Here we go, official website. Right, here you can create a free account, log in, and you'll see that it's pretty similar to, I don't have an account, so I have to sign up. It's pretty similar to Photoshop, so that's what we recommend. So again, if you don't have the ability to install the Adobe Photoshop, then you can use Pixlr or you can use Photopea. Both of those are on alternatives2.net. You can find their websites there. Ooh. How come we're jumping around? Here we go. So again, Pixlr.com is kind of the first recommended one, or Photopea is the other recommended one. So you can definitely go on, create an account for those, and check those out. In the App Store. So we do have some Photoshop apps that are available to you in the Chrome App Store. If you're on a school Chrome device, those will be installed for you. But they are very limited, so I don't know how well they'll work for our class, but you can always check them out. So if you go to the Chrome Store, just Google Chrome Web Store, you can search in here and you can find the Photoshop apps. But again, they are very limited and they only work on some computers. Huh, you're not even coming up. So they only work on computers that will run Chrome or will run Android apps. So since I'm not on an Android device, they don't come up for me. All right, so your goal for today is to go ahead and, based on what you have, find out the best possible solution for this class. So again, the best thing at home would be if you can load Photoshop 2020 on your PC or Mac device. That would be excellent. And then you'll be using the same software that I'll be teaching from and the same software that we'll be using in the classroom. If you are unable to load Photoshop on your computers, then if you have an iPad and you're able to load the Photoshop app on the iPad, then that would be the next best alternative. Again, because then I'll run pretty similar to what we're using in class. And then if you can't do either one of those, then you can go ahead and use your Chromebook or any computer with a Chrome browser and use Pixlr. So go ahead and get those downloaded and installed, try them out, or go to Pixlr.com and create an account and mess around in there a little bit. And next class we're going to kind of do our first assignment, so we'll check that out. All right, thank you.